Hi everyone, Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for 3 little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everyone. Welcome. So glad to have you here today. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Laura, welcome, and Giovanna, and Ashley, and Margie, and let's see, Ruby, and Sam, and Nadine, and Julie, and Bonnie. Bonnie's going to help a little bit today with being a moderator if somebody, acts up a little bit. I greatly appreciate your help, Bonnie, for that. Robin is not available today, so I was trying to find someone else that could help, but everybody's busy. I understand, we all stay busy. I'm working with the Merry Little Christmas set. Here's a page from the kit that I will be working with today. Let's see, I made, not a problem. If that's okay, Bonnie, if you don't have to share the links. That's okay. I understand, really. If you'll just answer any questions, and if you see something going on that shouldn't be, let's boot them, okay? So I thought today I'm just going to kind of play a little bit. I do have one journal that I plan to make. It will have a fabric cover that I've already finished. So here is the cover that I made. These are chipboard pieces that come in the kit, and I put embossing powder over them to make them shiny. I had some red cardstock, and these are a couple of the fussy cut elements that come in the kit. And then I'm also using the official journal cover that comes in the kit. And on it, I made a little pocket on the back side. And I was inside the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of it. Was it, I forgot who posted this. But she made a gusseted little bag. And I just made one real quick. I used the Baroque background and gold embossing powder. And then I used my Christmas stamp with gold embossing powder and made a little pocket. And this is one of the images from the subscription box. And then I show a tutorial on how to put together this little envelope with the folio. Oh, that's not supposed to be in there. Little folio. And we can open that up. And it has this little folio inside. I am using the ephemera throughout the journal, so I didn't put the ephemera in here, but I made these little tiny journal cards using the holly leaf stamp that I have in my shop. And then this just closes up like this. And then around. Do you like my new star? Let's see, Scattered Stars stencil is what I called it. If you see it in the background there, we're going to use that first. Kick out those damn pigs. I don't know, Julie. I don't know. Maybe it's the device you're watching it on. Maybe that has something to do with it. Sometimes YouTube is just really finicky. I'm glad you're good, Giovanna. So this was a page I went ahead and made ahead of time. I made some buffalo plaid and gel printed those, and then these little journal cards. I used the holly leaf in the background. For some reason, I didn't make a leaf that went with the poinsettia, so I just kind of used the holly leaf behind it. I fussy cut this out and watercolored it with some watercolor pencils and a little bit of Tattered Angels. So that's up there. That's using the diamond bar stamp from Beeline Designs. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, the Paper Diva. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. So glad to have you here. This is the other side. This is some of the sequin trim that comes in the subscription box. And then these are my new Gnome Stamps. I just used a couple of them. And these I colored with a Spectre Noir. I can find one. What is it called? It's on here. Spectrum Noir Sparkler, and it comes in different colors. These were something that I picked up a long time ago when I was at Creativation. Here I use a 4x4 that I rounded the corners and used that same holly leaf, but I didn't color it. I just left it in black and white. And this is a gel print down here that was where I was mopping up the edges, and I just liked that it had just a sliver of the gold on top. And these are the chipboard little trees that come in the kit, and I sprayed that with the green Tattered Angels, and the predominant gold came out of that. I thought that was really quite pretty. So this is one that I've already finished ahead of time just so we'd have time. Back here I was cleaning up my gel plate, and basically I just kept putting paint trying to lift what was left as far as the pattern is concerned. So I thought it would be perfect for a background. And here I was cleaning up the edges of the gel plate, and what I did was I used a tool from Tim Holtz. They has this little set that I picked up a long time ago at the what is it called? Tuesday Morning. That was the place. And I just used one of these and made lines. And when I did, that's how it turned out. I thought it was kind of cool. And then in the pockets, I made the chipboard. I painted it white with acrylic paint. And then I used one of those sparkler markers on it. And then I used from the Curly Swirly set, I just stamped over it randomly. Used some gold acrylic paint for the top. And then this is some of the fibers that come in the subscription box. This is also from the subscription box. I painted it white and then I used the same green over the top of it so it sparkles and shimmers. It's kind of hard to see in this light, I'm sure. Over here is another one of the chipboard pieces that I painted white, and then I came back in with Tattered Angels and painted it with red and green. A doily. I used a doily. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Thank you, Giovanna. Thank you, Margie. Oh, good, Julie. I'm glad you liked my gel printing. Yes, the kit is in my shop. It's there now. It's ready to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then this is one of the elements that Norella made for the kit. So there is one page. I already have it done. And I think I'm going to make this the center. I'll show you some more later, but let's go ahead and get started. So in your kit, you're going to get a large envelope, and just to save time, so we wouldn't have to watch me do every step, I glued the flap shut, and I sprayed it with the Candlelight Tattered Angels. It's called Candlelight, and it's a pearlescent color. And again, I know it's hard to see sometimes, but it shimmers. And then I have my new stencil here. This is the Scattered Starburst. So I'm just going to lay that over the top. And I was trying to decide how I wanted to do this. And I think I'm going to do is use the Forest Moss on here. And I'm going to make those little starburst pop out just a little bit all over. I'm using a blending tool and Forest Moss Distressed Oxide. How is everybody? Did y'all have a great weekend? I hope you had a good one. You should pay closer message to the messages Robin gives you. It's okay. I appreciate your help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so there is part of it. So what I thought would be fun is I have some holographic glitter embossing powder. So I'm just going to kind of put some on here and then let it just kind of flow across where I put that Distressed Oxide ink. And I'm okay if it didn't get all of it, just want some of it. So I'm just tapping off any excess. And it won't stick to everything, but it will stick in a couple of places. So I'll put that back in here. And I'm going to use my heat tool. Make sure I close the lid so that it doesn't blow everywhere. And we're going to heat this up. It won't stick everywhere, but it will stick in some places. You're concerned about the block well, I didn't look. Let's see. About a week ago, Julie, I went in to see if I could create a shipping label to send to you, and it allowed me to get all the way to the point where I could hit buy. And in the past, if I couldn't send to somebody, for example, I couldn't send to South Africa for a long time, it would not give me that option at all to be able to send. So I'm hoping that I'll be able to send it to you. You like that stencil? Okay, I'm just trying to heat it up just a little bit. So it just slightly sparkles. I don't know. Can you kind of see the sparkles in there? I'm going to wipe it off just a little bit. Got a little bit of sparkle. All right, let's flip it over and do the other side the same way. Like I said, it won't be perfect, but it will give us a little bit of a pattern with the glitter on it. I was trying to find something that I thought would be kind of cute. And I thought, well, maybe y'all would like to see another way to use your embossing powders. All right, so I got that. Leave that aside. Get my scrap of paper. Close the ink pad. This over here. Kind of shifting it back and forth. Tapping off the excess. And let's put this back in the jar. Well, we'll send it. We'll just send it. We'll just send it, Julie. November the 15th is when I'll be shipping everything out. I may ship early if I have all the supplies and you have paid your subscription, because I'm waiting on the Tattered Angels to arrive. And of course, the print job is no big deal. Hey, Tanya, so glad to have you here. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, thank you. Bonnie's helping out just a little bit because Robin couldn't be here today. So if I missed something, please forgive that. I have to take my own notes. Hey, Ada. Yeah, I'm bad too. I don't always use my embossing powders, and I thought, well, maybe you would like to see another way. Now, some distressed oxides, if they're not juicy, the embossing powder won't stick very well, but I think this one is working out pretty good. Oh, they will lose it. I hope not. I mean, what are they doing? Just shoving them aside because the staff, the mail carriers, aren't delivering? I couldn't imagine. That's crazy. And it just seems like it's getting worse. But we're not going to think about that. We're going to think good thoughts. We're going to hope that everything moves smoothly and gets where it's supposed to go. Oh, it should say it's available. I wonder if I failed to do something, because it should have. Let me see if it'll let me log in. Oh, I can't log in from this computer, I don't think. Well, now I'm worried because it should be going. When I logged in the other day, it says there's 69 in stock. So when you click on it, you can choose the subscription box and hit. Oh, it's saying I don't want to pay with GPay. Oh, great. So now I've got to fix that. Okay, thank you. I don't understand why it's saying that, and it won't let me do it while we're live. So, bummer. Why is it doing that? That makes me mad. Okay. In fact, hang on just a second. Let me do something. Well, sorry about that. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to have to fix it. For some reason, it's not using the portal that I use for my payment, and I don't know why. Good grief. You love that? Oh, thanks. I don't know why it's not working. So, okay, well, we're going to move on. All right, so I'm going to just clean off any excess that is on there. And then the next thing I want to do is, I know that I want this to have pockets, and I don't know if I want to go this way or this way. I think on the ends. So what I'm going to do is take my paper cutter and then just cut off that very edge so it opens up the envelope ends. I'll have to send a message to my web guy and say, I need your help, because I don't know why it's not allowing the orders to take place. It reminds me, I wonder if it does it on anything. Okay, so there is my envelope that I decorated a little bit, and this opens up on the ends. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just decorate a little bit. I've got this Christmas tree that comes in the kit, so I'm going to glue it just on this corner here as soon as I find my glue, like so. I've been wondering why no one had ordered anything. All right, we'll do like this. All right, and then on this side, let's put this little guy. Let's put the little nutcracker there, and we'll just kind of glue him down. He can be a tuck spot if you want, so I'm just going to glue it on the edge and put him right here. Okay. You have more bucks than Henry? I still don't understand why my website isn't allowing it. I know I want to put something here, so I'm just going to let that dry for a moment. And then this is from the kit. It's one little banner, and it says Christmas greetings. And I thought that might be kind of pretty to put across the top here. So I'm going to glue this down and put it on top of this piece. And I'll glue this as a tuck spot in case we want to put something in it. Have more bucks than Henry does. All right, so let's put this right here. And then this guy is another piece of the chipboard. I just happen to have duplicates because Henry made them. I'm trying to decide, I'll put it down on the bottom like that. So I'll just add a little bit of glue to the back side. And I'll use my finger to smooth it out. Okay. And then we'll just add it right here. All right, so I'm going to grab a acrylic block and put over the top of that. So while that's drying, let's set that aside. And I have a couple of journal cards. So let's add a little pattern to it. You know what? Let's do this. I've got this buffalo plaid out. So I'm going to lay these down side by side. And let's use that same green and go across the page. Now, if I could just get it to stay where I want it to stay. I use Distress Oxide Forest Moss. And I'm using it again across the journal cards here. So that's my buffalo plaid stencil. Just kind of gives a cute little pattern there. I've already added Distress inks around the edges. So let's stamp on top of that. How about we'll just stamp Merry Christmas. This is from my Merry Christmas Quartet. It's a new rubber stamp set in my shop that apparently you can't buy. Okay. Always, when I haven't used it yet, I always try to ink it up at least once. So we'll just stamp it kind of like this. All right, and then let's grab, I'll grab the little holly leaf and go around the edge. You want that stencil? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of a light pattern around the edge. I'm not inking it really hard. I want that kind of distressed look a little bit. We're stamping fast now. All right. So we got these two journal cards that are going to go inside here on either side. I made sure I made them small enough. I cut them down with the concept that I was going to put them in. And then over here, I've got this little file folder. So let's add something decorative to it. How about this little bird? This is a little fat bird that I have in my shop. And we'll stamp him right here. Little fat bird. And then this is, I think it's called Wee Christmas, something like that. It's tiny. It is called Merry Christmas Wee, W-E-E. And we'll stamp that, kind of coming around. How's that? And that's going to go right in here. We may even, like so. I need to use my bone folder and really get this flat. Hey, Eric, so glad to have you here. Hey, Janice, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Diana, welcome. So glad to have you here. Hey, Morgan, it has been forever. How are you? You like the little bird? He's a good size. I made that size because if for Beverly's stamps, I didn't have one that was that size. All right, so there's our first page done. Let me put away my embossing powder. And let's get the next page ready. I was trying to do as much as I could ahead of time, but still leave us some things to do during the live stream. All right, I'll put this over here. We'll wash it later. All right, so this time in your kit, you get some sheet music. It's white like this. I did have to trim it to be 8.5 by 11 because that's the size of my journal. So I trimmed this down ahead of time. And what we're going to do next is we're going to use some Tattered Angels. And this is the snowflake stencil that comes in the kit. Oh, gotcha. You gotta save your money. Order later. All right, so I think what I want to do is I've got the Copper Glow. Let's use that. So I'm shaking it up because that mica, if it's on the bottom, when you go to spray, it'll suck it up and it will clog the spray mechanism. So make sure you shake it first. And I'll just grab a piece of paper to mop up. You know, and sometimes just in case, I'll spray the backside just so that it has a little bit of spray on it. So you kind of see the patternings. And here it is on this side. And I think I'll go ahead and just spray the back side a little bit with some Tattered Angels. And let's heat dry this a little bit. Yeah, the mop-up pages are so fun, aren't they? So this is the Merry Little Christmas set. And if you're trying to order right now, I guess for some reason my website isn't allowing it. So we'll fix it when I get done. All right, so there is that portion. I'm going to put my spray box away. All right, I don't need Wee Christmas. Let's put that up where it goes. What did I just do with that? I just had that whole set of stamps, and it's like it disappeared. How weird. Oh, that's why I wasn't seeing it, because it was upside down. I was like, why couldn't I find this one? Because I had it upside down. I couldn't see the words. Okay. So on this one, I was trying to decide what I wanted to do. I've got some little elements here, even some journal cards. And I thought, well, maybe these little birdies would be kind of cute on the bottom there. And then I had these little flags that I thought might be cute over here. And I have an index card. I was trying to decide if I wanted to use that or not. But I'm thinking maybe what I want to do is I want to create some writing space. And let's get, I've got a junior legal notepad here. I'm going to get 2 of them. I'm going to lay these in my box, and let's spray them with, I think we need some red. So I'm going to get the red from the kit, Merry Little Christmas. It's a real pretty shade of red. Yeah, I just had it. Where is it? Yeah, I think it does too. It brings that pattern through to the other side when you spray it. All right, so I'm going to use the red, making sure that this mica all right, let's spray that. And let's dry it. Sometimes I will make pieces of paper, get it all ready, and I'll do different things to it. It just kind of depends on your mood, you know? And I think I want to add some stenciling to these pieces. So which stencil should I use? Well, I have this snowflake stencil, and I think it's from one of my other, I don't know if it was from the Artistic Stencil Club. I forgot to print the thing. I did it on some of them. So let's add maybe the green on top of that. So here's Forest Moss. Oh, it doesn't really show up with that color. So let's do the red on red. That shows up better. Okay, I think I like this better. Just kind of gives a subtle pattern to it. Yeah, it's a bright red. That's what comes in the subscription box. Got to be careful with the snowflakes. It's got little pieces. All right. I like that. And I think I want to, let's tear it. I think that's what we'll do. So I'll kind of look at this and I'll tear this one in half too. So this is going to go up here, and this piece is going to go down here. Let's add some distress inks around the edge. Show offer for a standalone stencil. I think I have added the Christmas Dream stencil. So if you didn't get the Christmas Dream last year, it's now a set of 2 that you can get. And I can't remember if this one is in the Stencil Club or not. I've been trying to add a few things to my website, trying to get it all fixed up. I think it needs something else on here, so maybe some stamping. How about the shabby stitches? If I can get it on the block. This is actually from the Stitches set, not Shabby Stitches. This is from the Stitches set. Kind of has a little wavy pattern to it. I've seen Lori on Facebook, and I believe she has been out of town visiting some family. She's been traveling a little bit. Okay, I kind of like that. All right, let's glue this down. So I'm going to glue this as a tuck spot across the bottom. And then we'll glue this at the top here. So we'll have some writing space on the page, and then I'll have a journal card that we'll put in the tuck spot. I've got this little Christmas tree that was left over. Thought maybe that would be kind of cute in the corner there. You like it with the aged mahogany over the top of it? Just gives it a nice little subtle pattern. All right, and we'll put this piece over here on the bottom. Full of questions today. Oh, they got some junk bucks given away again. All right, in just a few minutes, we'll give away the first round of prizes, which is 200 junk bucks. I'm going to glue this piece on top of this piece, kind of overlapping. And then we're going to make this a tuck spot in case we want to put something in it later. And then I had this cut and made earlier, so I think I'm just going to add it. It says Merry Christmas on it. So I'm going to glue it here and then across the top. How's that? And then we've got this little journal card that'll go in there. So when you get to this page, this is what it will look like. Maybe we should put a little sentiment up there. I got this little piece of paper. And I have 'Tis the Season, which should fit. So I'll center it. I'm using up all my scraps on here. Distress ink around the edges. Got to use that Dawn. Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's put 'Tis the Season right there. So using that sheet music in the background. You like that? All right, let's flip this over. My index card got a little spray over the top of it, but I think that's okay. Let's add some stenciling to these pieces. I saw... Oh, let's go back to the subscription box stencil. I'm going to turn it over since it's got Tattered Angels on that side. And let's do the forest moss again. So there is the forest moss. Oh, I like it. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? We've got the shabby stitches out, or the stitches out. So let's pick a different. I like this one. It has like little leaves. Oh, try not to stamp on my page. Using an index card. Let's see, do I want to do it that way? I still have some of this pieces here, so let's add some distress inks to those. Yeah, it's kind of hard. We like this hot weather. Now we're back to the cooler weather. I'm thinking maybe... Let's fold it back this way just so we can look at it. And maybe we'll put this guy up there. And I have some more little fussy cut things. So let's see what we have left over here. I have this little bow. Okay, I think I like that. Putting the bow down here. Do we need to put something on there? Maybe. Oh, how about, I have this little candy cane. So let's use that. If I can get it to stick, I might help if I turn it the right way. Got glitter everywhere. Oh, I like that. Okay, let's glue this down. Yeah, why do you live in Wisconsin? Weather's no fun up there. And when we went to Alaska, it was interesting to talk to how many of them, you know, only are there during the summer period, that they go south for winter and then they come back in the new season of summer. Okay, I like that. I think I'll glue this down as a pocket so we can put a journal card in it if we want. So we've got the writing space above and below. We still see that it's music underneath. And then we'll put this little bow. This is another stamp from my new set that I just created, and I stamped it onto the red copyweight paper that's in my subscription box and added it with gold embossing powder. All right, I like that. All right, so let's flip this over. And let's put this one up here. Too hot in the summer. Yeah, and those farther south you are during the summer months, you want to go north because it's a lot cooler. I did that one upside down. Yeah, let's do it this way. Hey, Norella, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love this kit. It's beautiful. Well done, well done. Ah, I'm flinging things. No flinging things. All right, let's add this piece as a pocket. And we'll put that right here. Like so. All right, and then let's put this one over here, and we'll do the same candy cane. And the little bow. So I'll put the little bow on this side. So use that gold embossing powder on colored paper and you get some cool looks. All right, so let's just stamp this guy over here like that. All right, so I have a couple of journal cards here. I'm just looking to see what else I have that we'll put in the pockets. Let's add something to that. Thank you, Janice. Thank you so very much. I'm glad you love it. I think Norella did a fabulous job. I think we want... maybe... got the snowflake border. So we'll stamp that across the top here. Yeah. And then that'll go right there. My glue hasn't completely dried yet, so I don't want to shove it all the way down in there. So there's kind of a green. Did I get your super most important message, Barb? No, I have not. I tried to check my messages, but I didn't see anything. Thank you, Norella. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so there's another page made. So let's close this up and set it aside. All righty. Clean my hands off a little bit. And then we'll get started on the next page. Try to put my stamps up as I go so I don't lose them. So this is the other stencil that comes in the kit. Let me clean my hands off real fast. Thank you, Norella. Okay, thank you, Barb. For some reason, I'm not getting all my messages, so I'll check it when I get done. Okay. So this time I took some of this green paper that comes in the kit and I tore it into pieces. So I'm kind of playing around with this. Maybe that way. And then this was a piece of a gel print. That I had left over. And I thought I wouldn't write anything on that little sentiment strip. So whoever got it could write something on there. That's what I was thinking. These are the little birds that come in the kit. And I thought maybe that would go like there. So let's see what we can add to this green. Yeah, it does make a difference when you use the embossing powder, doesn't it? All right, so let's see. What do I want to use? come when you want a certain stamp, you can't ever find it, right? Maybe we'll use the Ornament Stamp. And maybe this holly leaf stamp. So let me get those in a couple of little blocks. All right, so if I stamp this guy. Oh, thank you, Nadine. Let's do this first. I'm going to stamp the holly leaf first a couple of times. And that's from the Festive Cube. Thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you, thank you. That's from the Festive Cube. And then this is called Ornaments that I'm going to use next. I thought it might look kind of cute, like the ornaments are hanging from the holly. So let's do that again on this side. So I'm just rotating the holly leaf every so often. Okay, and then we'll stamp this over here. Oh, let's put it. I think I like that. I don't think it needs stenciling on this one. All right, let's glue this one down. All right, y'all ready for the raffle for 200 junk bucks? I tore this paper. I tore off the edges first, and then I tore it in half, and then I tore those pieces in half. So that's how I got that jagged edge look. And I just used a regular ruler, which was laying here a minute ago, but now I don't see it. Oh, there it is. I just used my regular, but it has a metal edge, so I just ripped it. All right, so then down here, I'm just going to put these gel prints down. It was on a book page. And we'll glue this piece down. And then we'll glue that coming out the edge like that. Y'all are just off in your own little conversation, aren't you? All right, y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already for 200 junk bucks. I'm going to glue this down and then we'll work on the other side. Trying to put it about the same area. I know I have a tendency to kind of duplicate the look on another page. You don't have to. I just do it because I've got so much I'm trying to show you that if I do something different on every single quarter panel of page, then it would take a long, long, long time. So this way I can kind of give you some ideas. Okay, you like it? All right. I'm surrounded by icky Yankee fans. It's horrible. It's terrible, Eric. I'm not a Yankee. Oh, dear. All right, so I thought I'd leave that in case there was something you wanted to write specifically in there. All right, let's pick the winner of 200 junk bucks. Let me get my notepad so I can write down the name of the winner. So I'm getting my little 200 JBs. Okay. You're a fan? Hey, Mandy Dawn. How are you, lady? All right, let's do the giveaway for 200 junk bucks. If you haven't already got in, do that. Let me get a drink. All right, and the winner of 200 junk bucks is Nadine Wheeler. Congratulations. All right, so let me write that down. All right, got it. Thank you, Ashley, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so that's this side. Let's reset this. And I've got stuffed in Christmas. All right, let's do that. So I made a tutorial showing everybody how to make this little envelope with the folio. So I've got 2 of them. So I'll do 2 drawings here in a minute. Well, you know, or 35 or 40 minutes. And so inside you get the little folio piece, and you'll get these little ephemera pieces. Basically what I did was everything that was on that sheet of paper, I cut it up and put it in the little folio, so you get all these little pieces because that was part of that page. And I was making the tutorial, so I had to make a sample first, make sure I had everything the way I wanted it. And then I made the tutorial, so I had 2 of them. And I thought, well, I'll give them away during the live stream. And you'll have an extra bit that you could put in your Merry Little Christmas subscription box. You see how I tied that shut? All right, so we've got 2 of those that are now available. Y'all enter the raffle. All right, I'm gonna flip this over. All right, so this time I've got these little pieces here. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. And I've got the half sheet stencil. So I think what I want to do is I want to do a different color. You know, this time let's just do it with walnut stain. So it should just be a subtle pattern. I didn't label this brush since it was the silver, and it comes from a different set than my black ones. So it's just a subtle pattern. All right, then we'll use the different stencil on this side so that we can at least represent all of the bits that we can in the journal. It doesn't look like much when you have the stencil down, but once you remove it, then it reveals the patterns that we made. Sometimes you wish you could print stuff. Oh, yeah, that fussy cut page that you made, Norella, you did a great job. It's a lot of fun. All right, so this time I've got these little pieces. I also have some strips here. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go. We're going to sewing cam lamb here in just a moment. And I've got a couple of strips of fabric here. And I think what I want to do is cut this to fit. So let me get my scissors. Let me get my fabric scissors. They cut better on. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue just to hold my fabric in place. And then I'll go over to the sewing machine, which I hope I have the camera. I may have to adjust it a little bit when we get over there. And we'll do the same here. Come on now. Got a little, where I tore it, it's curled a little bit. You get a strip of this fabric in the subscription box. So I was trying to use it in several different ways. Sewing lamb coming up. All right, so what I'm going to do is I only put glue in the middle, so I won't be sewing over it. I'm going over to my sewing machine. I'll use a zigzag stitch, and we'll stitch with black. Uh-oh, why isn't this available? I'm just having all kinds of technical difficulties today, let me tell you. All right, we'll go back. Oh, it went. It's working. Okay. Phew, I didn't think it was going to work. I had to wiggle it a little bit. All right, regular sewing machine. I'm using black thread. I've got it set on a 2.5 by 2.5 on the measurements of the stitch length and width. And we're going to round this way. I like dressing up a piece of craft cardstock. This was a strip that was left over from cutting down some bigger pieces to make a greeting card or a journal card. Oh yeah, if you win a prize, make sure you do go over to my website and create a user account so that I can send your prize. So there's the stitching. Yeah, this is the same fabric that I used on the cover. So I happen to have some of the fabric left over, so that's why I used it to make the cover. And I thought that way it would kind of tie it all together. All right, so we've got these pieces, and we're going to have these as pockets on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and glue these down just so they'll be drying. This was fabric that I bought, believe it or not, probably 4 or 5 years ago after Christmas. And when I was putting the subscription box together, I was like, I wonder if I have enough yardage of some fabric that I could use in the kit so I didn't have to go buy anything new. So I went through my fabric stash and I happened to have, I think, 3 yards of this fabric. And I used a little over 2 yards, cutting it into strips to put in the kits. All right, we got those pieces. I've got a couple of journal cards. I think we need something on top of there. So how about, let's look in here. I've got some of this red trim. What I could have done was sewn down this other red trim, but I've got this red sequin trim here. So let's use that. I don't use everything in the kit sometimes whenever I'm making up stuff, so I'm trying to use a little bit more of it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I've got the Best Glue Ever by Scrap Perfect. And the reason why I like to use it is because when I put down a bead of glue with it, it goes down looking white, but after a little bit, it dries and it will be clear, and the sequins will stick to that. Because sometimes sequins, because they're plastic, you have to use a stinky glue, is my opinion. Something like some people use fabric tack, but it stays wet for a little bit. So we're going to let that dry down here. And let's work on this portion up here. I guess we could put it in the middle. And we'll just glue this down with regular Aleene's tacky glue. You probably need to change your printer settings that it will print edge to edge, Julie. And if you're scanning something in, which you're technically not supposed to scan in the kit, Julie, that's a copyright violation, I'm telling you. But if you're scanning something, you may need to change the settings of your scanning bed so that it does the full bed. And then you may have to edit the image on your computer. Okay? I've got these bows again, so let's just put the bows right here in the corners. I thought that kind of helps with a little pop of red up there. Yeah, it must be something in your printing settings then. It's because you're in Australia. You're upside down. Yeah, it's probably a setting. It's probably a setting if it's not copying it. And again, you're not supposed to copy it. That's copyright violation. So quit talking about it. Yes, that is a copyright issue because that's copying it. All right, so I'm going to lay down my sequin trim. The glue isn't clear yet, but I think it's enough that sticky that I can just stick it down right now. I'm going to lay an acrylic block over it. So sticking it down. You probably have to look at the settings for copy on your printer if it's cutting things off. All right, let's get another block. All right, I've got a couple of journal cards that'll go in the pocket, but maybe we need something else. So I got this out earlier. I have a couple of square white cards, so let's round the corners. I'll use my Crocodile. Okay, let's do the 1/4 inch. You don't have, you really should not have a printer, Margie says. All right, let's apply some Distress inks to the edges. Yeah, you have to do up things down. Gotcha, Tanya. Yeah, some of them will not print edge to edge, period. And so that might be why it's cutting it off. And you may have to scan it and tell it to copy at the print the job is at 90% or something like that in size. So what it does is it scans the image full size and then it shrinks it slightly and then it'll print it. Does that make sense? All right, so we did the snowflakes. Oh, you know what? I've got this Holly swag here from Beeline Designs. So let's use that. I should probably put these others away so I don't lose them. So let's stamp that across the top. Just kind of filling it in just a little bit. And then I'll just put these right behind. So it kind of gives additional writing space. How's that? Ah, gotcha. Photo printing. Sometimes that's it too. No, if you do it in a print shop, it won't, Morgan, because you can tell them you want it print edge to edge. All right, so that was this side, and that was this side. So we kind of used some of the same patternings, but we changed it up just a little bit. All right. All right, so this page I hadn't really thought about all the way. All I did was select items. So we're going to have some fun with this one. So this is the ledger paper that comes in the subscription box. And then here is a piece of copy weight paper that comes in the kit. This was a gel print that I made. And I think what I want to do is take this. I'm going to take 2 of them. And I'm going to cut it to be 8 inches. long. So go from here to here. You can also use washi tape for what I'm about to do, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to use the gel print. So I'm going to butt these up to the edges here, like so, and then we're going to glue this on either side. So we're just going to come down here, and I'll put a little bit of glue on my gel print just to kind of help hold it into place. All right, so butting that up where I want it, we'll start here at the bottom and lay that down in the glue. So this is the way I'm joining papers together, okay? And we'll flip it over. I'm going to join it on this side too. Same way. Add some glue. Oh, congratulations, Giovanni. You won some junk bucks. Okay, so now I have that piece in there, and that's to help join these two pieces of paper together, okay? Yeah, it doesn't matter. If you're copying something that you would have paid for to have the original made, then that is a copyright violation. All right, so I want this page to be a little bit of a flap. So this is 8 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and make this have a little fold over piece. So I'm going to find my little. So I'm at 4 inches here, and I'm going to score. I'm going to fold this in. Then I'm going to come to the 5.5 inch mark, and I'm going to score. I'm going to fold this over. I'm going to come to the 5.5 inch mark, move that out of the way. So we're making a flip out page and score. Okay? And then when we fold this page in, and we fold this over, so when we come to this page, you would open it up, and then this will open out this way, and then this side will open out that way. You see how I did that? You like that? All right, so now I want to add some decoration to this page or two. I've got a stencil from, I think this is from a Stencil Club again. And I want to add a pattern to this red. And I kind of like the way the distressed walnut stain looks, so I'm going to do that again, but in the red, on the red page. Oh yeah, so that'll give us a nice little pattern that we can still write over it. So if you've got pieces of paper that you want to join together, especially if they're different sizes, you may have to cut some of it in order to get it to fit in the folds, but you can always fold it over and make it flip out pages. You like that? Let me see if I got it a little bit more. I want it to be really subtle. Okay, there we go. Oh, y'all can't even see it. For some reason, my workspace camera is not adjusting right. Maybe I need to bring it down. Yeah, now you can kind of see it. It's just a real faint pattern. I can see it in person. You probably can't see it on the screen. So I'm going to flip this over and do this side the same way. Hey, Lisa, so glad to have you here. Hey, Julie, and everybody, here's the gist of it. If you buy scrapbook paper and you scan it or print it by putting it on your computer scanner printer thingy and say copy, you're copying. So by law, that is a copyright violation, period. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just need to make sure that whatever you're using is not under copyright. Norella's kits have copyright because technically what you should do is buy the digital if you plan to print it, okay? And as Norella just said, when it comes to digital, the buyer needs to read the terms of use, okay? It's just like a book. You shouldn't copy a book. Yes, we do some things with books that are not necessarily going to make them readable. But if you're copying a page out of a book, well, how old is that book? Is it out of copyright where you can copy it? If it's still within copyright, then you shouldn't copy it. That's just it. It's just the morality of it, okay? So don't talk about it. Don't tell me what you're doing. All right, I'll go ahead and do the same pattern over here on the ledger paper. So we'll get a subtle pattern on this one too. I think I need to put more ink on my ink pad, but I don't want it to be super dark. We're inking away. All right, bye, Norella. See you later. Morgan says, exactly. Right, they have to be dated before 1923 to be out of copyright date. You got it. Okay. Patterns have been added. All right, so now I'm looking at this. I'm trying to decide what I want to go where. Okay. I have a little piece of this gel print left over I may use. And I've got this little tree from Calico Collage, or from the chipboard pieces. And then I've got these images that Calico created that I thought would be kind of cute. So we've got the little gnome. So maybe we'll put this little gnome right here because you'll have this writing space down the side. It kind of gives this little decoration. No, I think this one is from December 2020 Stencil Club, Morgan. And by the way, you still can get those stencils from prior Stencil Clubs. I'm just going to grab my set here. Let me flip through this real fast. Yes, so that was from November 2020 Artistic Stencil Club. That's where the snowflakes came from, and that's where this bigger pattern came from. And you can still buy these kits. You can say when you order that, hey, I want the November 2020 Stencil Club as my first kit, okay? I do allow you to do that, to pick a different kit. All right, I like that. I have this little thing that comes in the kit. My printer double printed on it, so I'm still going to use it anyway. So we'll add that little element. I like that. All right, so then we're going to flip this over. And then let's put this little gnome down here in the corner. You're welcome. All right, like that. And then let's flip this over. I have this little bow and a green piece. So maybe we'll do something, I know I'm off screen, like that, just for some decorative pieces. So just add this little gel print piece. I'm trying to use all the pieces. Okay. I'll just put that right on top. How many of y'all will stamp and fussy cut a bunch of little things that you can use? I don't know that I need anything over here, but I do have maybe this little birdie. Maybe we'll put that right down there. You like the little gnomes? I told Norella, I said, okay, I had a request that people wanted gnomes in the subscription box. And she's like, really? So I found some gnome images and said, I think these would work. She had to alter them because they were a different color from the person who made them. So I think she did a good job. All right, so now we've got, this is going to be our page. So if you're in your journal, okay, so then you would get to here and that's what you would see. And then if we got to this side, this is how it would fold out, okay? So let's see what we can decorate this side with. I have A Christmas Carol. Let's put that right here. Yeah. And then maybe what we'll do is I've got this out. So we've got that holly swag out. Put it right in the center here of these little fold out pieces. Because sometimes you don't have to have a whole bunch of decoration. You know, simple is better. If we get to $45, we'll give away a journal. So far, we're at $27 right now. So yeah, this will be the journal we would give away. Okay, I like that. And then let's flip this over. And we've got this little guy. We'd go down here, but I've got this little card left over. I think we can make a little tuck spot. So let's see what I've got laying around here. I have a little scrap of some book page music. And maybe about like that. I'd over stamped it with another stamped image, and I think I'm going to grab, let's grab the holly leaf. And we're going to stamp it around the edge. Well, I'm going to try to. Thank you, Tanya, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I just did the holly leaf all the way around. And I think what else I want to do is let's grab, we've got the holly Tattered Angels Glimmer Mists. I'm shaking it up. I'll put this in my spray box. And I'm just going to spray the whole thing with this green. And we'll dry it. I should have made that 2 thicknesses, so I'm going to find a scrap of paper here. I just saw one that I used a while ago. Here we go. So I've got this. I will fold that in half. Let's glue this on top. Making a tuck spot. Let's glue this together. And then we'll cut it apart. That makes it thicker, just makes it a little bit stronger so it doesn't bend up on us. But it's not cardstock thickness, so it's not super bulky. Get my little distress tool. Let's distress the edges. Thank you, Morgan, for your donation. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Nadine, for your donation as well. So what do you think? We just made that little piece that I thought could be a little tuck spot down here. So I'm going to glue this down. And then glue this as a tuck spot. Oh, Giovanna won some junk bucks. Did y'all enter the raffle? All right, hold that in place for a moment. And I've got this little green snowflake we're going to put up there. And then this little gnome will go right there. All right, let me clean up my desk here a little bit. You like the bright red paper? That comes in the kit. That comes in the kit. Okay. So this little page, like I said, flips out. And if you, of course, open the pages up, and then you've got this one that flips out. I didn't stick that all the way in there because I didn't want him to mess up in the glue. I think I'm going to put, I've got this little Christmas tree. I'll put him right here. Thank you, Amanda Dawn, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I did add the buffalo plaid as a digital download to my shop. So if you don't have a gel plate and you want that look of that paper, you can get it in my shop. Okay, so that's going to go there. I don't want it to mess up and glue anything down. I like it. Okay. Well, let's look at all the pages that I made. I have one little fussy cut piece left over that I may use somewhere else. So we're going to look at all of our pages. See what I've got here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. All right, so here is a page that we made today with the little birdies, and I used another little tree that I had painted. I'm layered with an index card and did some stamping and stenciling. This is from the kit. Yeah, the link isn't working. We'll get it fixed. Oh, good. Glad you did, Tanya. Thank you. Yeah, you get your holly kit out. So there's writing space here. There's a tuck spot here. We didn't put anything in it, but there is a tuck spot. All right, and then here's the envelope that I made and put the little bird behind and did the stenciling, and it has a little bit of some embossed glitter stars. And then we open it up. There's a tuck spot here. And then the cards in the pocket are here. So use that buffalo plaid. Thank you, Janice, for your donation. Thank you so very much. And then over here is another journal card, the same concept. And I showed you that page. So this is a page that I made prior to the live stream, just so time-wise. So I used the green paper that came in the kit, and I used my small diamond stencil. And I used my poinsettia stamp around the edge. And I used the stockings were hung. Let me see if I have those. I've moved my stuff around so many times, so oop, I dropped a stamp. If I don't find it now, I won't find it later. Okay, there it is. So that was from the Christmas Quartet. Stockings were hung, Santa Claus Believe in Christmas, and I used that on here on some craft paper. And then on this side, I used the Pine Duo, and I stamped the jumping reindeer, and I put a little bow over him just so to show he's down there. And this is my Christmas word tree stamp that I use on this page. And then here is another mop-up page. Oh, thank you, Lori. Lori's here. Hey, Lori, thank you for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what? I need to calculate how much we've got donated. All right, so let's go like this and go 20 plus 7 plus 1.99 plus 5 plus 4.44 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 equals. All right, we're at 47.43. So we've got enough. Oh, thank you, Tanya. Let me write that down. All right. And you got coupon. All right, thank you so much. You like the tree stamp, Ashley? Thank you so very much. So here I used the candy canes, and I stamped it onto red paper again and fussy cut it out. And this is the Merry Christmas from the Holiday Greetings Quartet from Beeline Designs. And I just remembered something. I don't see it. Oh, it must be on this page. Okay. And I used the lace duo around the edge. Over here I used from the kit. Lace duo again. I used the holly leaf to make a journal card. Thank you, Sam, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Morgan plans. Coupon. All right. Here's your chance. Get your coupon code. That's okay. That's okay, Bonnie. Thank you so very much. That's okay. And then on this side, I used the little ornaments that I offer. These little hanging ornaments. There's individual stamps, so I put them side by side, and then I just stamped it hanging from the top. And I used the leafy vine around the edge. Oh, thank you, Giovanna, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. So there's all the pages. Let's put this journal together. So moving some stuff out of the way here. I got too many things on my desk. Don't need those. I'll be back live again on Monday, and I will be making from the large journal kit for the Merry Little Christmas. Okay, so this is going to be my center page. So I'm going to put that there. I got a flip out page and this page. Here's my cover and my cover. And then here are the printed pages. And I thought that would be a pretty page to start with. So we're going to put that at the beginning. We'll kind of space these all out so I can figure out where I want to put everything. Maybe like that. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So I've kind of got them all spaced out the way I want to. Thank you, Ada, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those of you that have donated, here in just a moment, I'm going to give away these 2 little envelopes, stuffed envelopes, and then we'll start the drawing for the journal. We did get enough donations. Thank you, everybody. So anybody that donated today, number 1, make sure you have a user account on my website and that you have created that with your mailing address in it. And then send me a message if you're new that you've created a account on my website. I'm going to change this up a little bit, I think. Put this one here. I want the red next to that. And then message me, hey, I donated on YouTube, and I'll get you added to my YouTube donator membership. So as your membership on my website is activated, you can use it to order items from my shop at a discount. Okay, put this over here. Hey, Sheila! I missed what she said. Aw, thank you so much, Sheila. I try to make it easy. It's not that difficult, really. Okay. We're going to bind this together, and then we'll flip through it and pick the winner of the journal today. And if you haven't already gotten in the raffle for the little folio folder thingies, envelopes, I couldn't get my words out. All right, so I'm going to bind all of this to the cover, this outer cover that I made, which is 9 by 11.5. So I made it just slightly bigger than my journal pages, which are 8.5 by 11. Okay. I'm going to put my template in here in the V of the book, centered. And I'm going to punch 3 holes and do a pamphlet stitch. Oh! Happy birthday, Lori, yesterday. Yeah, Nadine, you got when you did the membership, you got added a little discount. Okay. I've got a couple orders of stamps that I haven't sent yet because I got to cut stamps. So if y'all want stamps, get them ordered. Oh, you like that center page? Well, thank you. Maybe I will. I've got supplies that I can do. Doing 3 times the height of my journal. And I just misplaced my scissors. There they are. I was trying to just do a variety of things. I'm about to lose my paper clip here. All right, so let's go through to the outside. And I may need to re-poke this hole so I can see it. There we go. Pull my thread up out of the way. Oh yeah, and I have charms, so let me get the charms out here in just a second. Okay. All right. Y'all ready for Christmas now? Really, in the center page is just layering all the things. It's not complicated, but I was playing with my Gnome Stamps. All right, so let's get the little kit. All right. what do we have? We have a little stocking. So we got a little stocking. And here's a snowflake. So we'll use those. And I saw some beads, so let's see. I got a green, a red, and a white. So there's 3. I see a green, a red, and a white. Come on, give it to me. Can't get my fingers around them. Okay. Some sequins in there as well. I'm going to close this back up. All right, so I'm going to feed on the green. I tried to make it to where it would fit over the wax linen thread, these little seed beads, and a white. And then let's add this little snowflake. Don't want to lose that. And I'm just going to tie this little knot. In November, Christmas will begin. Ah, gotcha, Bonnie. Yeah. Oh, Festive Cut, Halloween. There you go, Laura. Yay! I'm glad you like the ideas. I mean, you know, when I show you my ideas, don't think you have to do them exactly the way that I did them. Look through your stash of things. Of course, if there's something you don't have and you just absolutely have to have it, you go to my website and order it. But think about what you have that you can also use to create with. All right, I'm feeding on the beads. All right, everybody in the raffle for the little envelopes with the folio stuffed envelopes? RAFFLE, that's how you do it. I'll pick that winner, and then I'm going to start the raffle for the journal. Those of you that have donated, get ready. You love that bright red? Thank you so much, Janice. I was having fun with the red. Oh, didn't get cut off. There we go. All right, just so you can see from the beginning, I'll put everything away. No distractions on the desk, right? I'm ready, Margie says. I'm going to go ahead and tie it shut just so we can start from it being tied. And this may be too long, but I just thought it would be fun to have that on there. And it's fluffy. You can see how fluffy it is in there. All right. Those are a stamp that I painted. Yes, those are a stamp. So it's this stamp right here. That's called the poinsettia stamp. Here are some of my new rubber stamps. I have the deer, the Christmas word stamp. I have a Merry Christmas quartet. This little bow I used. That's how I do that. Yes! Don't put it down, put it away. Exactly. You put things away where they're supposed to go, then you can find them again later. I just recently, with all my acrylic blocks, I got this little bin and put them in there. That way, when I am done, I return them to the basket, and then I can find them later. That's a great mantra. Yeah. Okay, so let's pick the winners of the little envelopes. Yes, Julie, you can paint with a little bird. All right, so the winner of the first little folio is, I'll have to write down the winner, Eric. Congratulations, Eric. You won the little folio thing. ERICHAYLEN, a stuffed envelope. All right, and then the second winner It's Giovanna! Congratulations, Giovanna! All right, and you got stuffed envelope. All right, so let me reset this. So give me just a moment. Reset, yes, go here, and all right, so those that have donated can now enter the raffle, and the people who've donated are Ada, Giovanna, Sam, Lori, Laura, Janice, Manda, Morgan, Tanya, Ashley, Nadine, and Margie. All right, so we're going to flip through this journal, and then once we're done, we'll pick the winner of the journal. So the front cover, what I did is I took a piece of fabric that is 9 inches by 11.5 inches, and I tacked it with a little bit of glue onto a piece of red cardstock. Then I stitched around the outside edge, okay? These are chipboard pieces that come in the kit. I painted them white, and I didn't even use the gnomes today. I painted it white, and then I used my red tinsel embossing powder on top. So this has some glitter in it. And then I glued them down with the Lean's Tacky Glue. Okay? And then we open this up. Oh, that's what I forgot to do. I didn't decorate them, but I'll just put them in here. Oh, I'm missing. Oh, what happened? I ended up doing it differently, I guess, because I put something aside. That's what happened. It was supposed to go, well, poo. I have some elements that I didn't even use in the kit. Oh, well, I'll save them for next time. This is just a journal card that I just left. It's a bright green, so we'll put that there. And this is the cover that comes in the kit. Maybe what I'll do is I'll glue them here. So here is a pocket element that Norella made, and I added this piece, and then this is a layered pockets on here. Here I stamped the poinsettia, and then I just kind of roughed around it with some colors and colored that all in and made it to fit in this little pocket. Okay, now it doesn't want to fit. And then I made this little, wrong one. This goes over here. This library card, and that's going to go back here. And then I took another piece of cardstock and put that there. And then I made this to be like a belly band. So I'm going to glue this across the top and the bottom of the page and add that as a pocket. So I think, yep. I knew I forgot something. I'd set it aside, and then I just decorated the other side of the paper differently than I intended to do. But this way, putting that over the pattern gives us more writing space. I'm not going to put it in the pocket right now, but here I made this journal card, okay? And I put the journal and then used the pine duo around the edge. And this is the big clock stamp that's called Tick Tock right here by Beeline Designs. And stamp that, and that's my little gnome. And I colored him with watercolor pencils and Tattered Angels and put him down. And then I went around the edge with the colored pencil and it kind of smeared that so it has a little bit of a shadow. So that's going to go in this belly band behind there, but I'm not going to put it in right now. You love that? Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Bonnie, for helping out. And then I like how Norella used the little stars as a banner in the digital kit. And of course, this is a page we made today. So we added a little bling to it. And I stamped that on the red. This is a Bible page here. What I was supposed to do is put that pocket on top of here, and I didn't. I ended up splitting it up. We used the red paper over here, made a little tuck spot. And ledger paper on the back side of this. The gnomes are so cute, aren't they? They're just so stinking cute all throughout the kit. There's another one. That's the jumping reindeer. And then stamped around the edges. And then this page flips out. So we got another little gnome. And that flips out over here. So you have all that writing space. Ah, thank you. Oh, we had a bunch of people that won 16 junk bucks. Sam, Eric, Giovanna, Bonnie, Janice, Barb, Manda, Ada, Nana, Lori, y'all won junk bucks. It didn't, the message was too long, so it truncated. Yeah, get out front of your house. And then here's a little file folder. And I didn't color the little bird, but you could. Gives you something to do when you get the kit or the journal. And then here we made the little journal card using the buffalo plaid. So you can still write on the front and the back if you want. Fit back in there now. I did the candy canes down the side. And the lace duo around the edges. Oh. This is the red from the kit. Then stamping the leafy border around the edges. And the little hanging ornaments. Aw, thank you, Amanda. And the digital kit from Norella. Here's a gel print on this page. And then I used a doily. Y'all get on me because I don't always use the doily. This is one of the chipboard pieces that I cut and or painted. And then stamped Merry Christmas on a scrap. We would hate them. They have sharp, pointy teeth, Bonnie says, for the gnomes. They're mean. Yeah, the hint of red, just a little bit, not a lot. And of course, here's the center page. So I'll go over again what I did was, this is the green from the kit I sprayed, and then I did the diamond bar across the top. This is a gel print that I cut to be like 2.5 inches and made it into a pocket. I glued down the sequin trim and stamped the gnomes and cut them out and colored them. And this is from the Merry Christmas Quartet. And this is the holly leaf. And then I did another gel print down here at the bottom. And then this is from the subscription box. You get 2 of these little guys, and I painted them white first. By painting them white, it took the Tattered Angels a little better. They'd be darker if you didn't paint them white first. And then here I did the poinsettia and layered it on top of the card that had the holly leaves below. Like that. And then I put a little charms in the middle. Okay. Oh, yay, Sam. I'm glad you did. You only hug and smell my journals, Ada. Thank you, Giovanna. You never write in the journals, Margie says. You like that? So you can have it coming off the page just a little bit. And then this was the holly leaf again, but I didn't color it. I just kept it in the black and white. And then flip this over. It's another gel print. And this was a edge gel print that I did. And I used the chipboard pieces again. This is another chipboard piece. I tried to use more of the chipboard pieces. I know I didn't actually decorate them in front of you today, but I wanted to put them in there. Chef's kiss. Thank you, Morgan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the digitals that Norella put together. She even has them standing on the gifts. Oh, you're going to do a Harry Potter one for yourself? Awesome. And of course, this is a pocket here. Journal card in it. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all are so kind. Thank you so much. I like this one because you can feel the texture. But you could kind of tuck something behind that if you wanted, or put down a photo or another writing spot. And then this flips out, so you have writing space here. And I know it's hard to see, it's probably flashed out, but there's a little bit of a pattern that I did in the walnut stain in a stencil. And then I made this little text spot using a scrap and stamping around the edge, and then using one of the digital images. Another gnome. Thought that was kind of pretty, just adding that on both sides. Yay! You made a whole journal and you just finished one card. Good job, Sam. All right, is everybody in the raffle that donated today? And I got to go work on my website and figure out why y'all can't buy stuff. I like it. I hope you love it. Okay, and then here, again, I can't remember who it was, but in the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group, there's a gal that did a quick tutorial showing you how to make little gusseted pockets. And so I made one and stamped it with the Baroque Romance, I think it's called, rubber stamp and gold embossing powder. And then this is my Christmas stamp, and these are some digitals from Calico Collage. And then I put a little envelope folio with a couple little journal cards in there, in this little pocket. And then we have this pocket on the very back page, and I've already signed the cover, so it's done. Yep, that's right. You just got to do your small things. All right, so I'm going to tie this shut. Is everybody in? I'll count up how many's here and make sure that I've got all the names in the journal raffle. And I hope y'all will come back next Monday. Thank y'all for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed some of the tutorials I shared over last week. All right, so let's see. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 people that got into the raffle. Y'all ready? You ready for this? I'm going to get another drink of my shake. Thank you, Bonnie, for helping me out today. Fussy cutting while watching is difficult, Sam. Yeah, I can imagine. I try to fussy cut first, and then I'll do distressing so that I can just kind of watch and distress the edges, and I'll put, that's what I do when we're watching TV. Yes, Morgan, get in there and watch them. Drum roll. Da 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 da. And the winner is, are you ready? Are you ready? Margie! Congratulations, Margie! She's been such a huge contributor to my journal raffles and donating. I am so tickled pink that you won this journal today, Margie. Woot woot! Margie journal. Congratulations! Well, thank you so much, everybody, for being here. And good win! Well, I'm going to find out why my website isn't allowing purchases and get that fixed. So if you would give me some time while I work on that for a little bit. I haven't sent it out yet, Margie. I haven't set aside. I haven't set aside so I can send it to you. You're very, very, very welcome, Margie. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, everybody, have an amazing rest of your week. I hope you enjoyed today, that you had fun and got inspired from some of the things that I shared today, and you'll do your own version. And if you do, hey, share them inside the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group or my group by Linda Israel on Facebook. Go make some taters for your pork chops. Whoop, whoop. All right, Tanya. Yes, got to make a purchase to go with your sub box. Awesome, Tanya. All righty. Well, I'll get your coupon code sent out to you, and I got to go fix my website. So, y'all have an amazing week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye, everybody. Oh, let me get to the right screen that I can do all of that. So, I thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed this. Be a light in this world. Do something fun and friendly for someone else. Have a great week, everybody. Lots of love to each and every one of you. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.